Yo, what's up again, YouTube? I thought I'd use another video upload today to shine the spotlight on a pair of kicks that I think flew under the radar a bit when they first came out in early 2008. 2008 was a massive year for SB releases, and collectors probably overlooked these shoes because they were released so early in the year, and there was so much other stuff competing for their money that these ones kind of flew under the radar. But it's a real pity because they're an absolutely pimpin' colorway. So I thought I'd dig them out of the box and have another look at them today. What you're seeing in front of you should give you a clue as to what the kicks are. What you're looking at is a brand new pair of Indy Trucks, which were directly inspired the colorway of these shoes. For those that know their SB history, they must therefore know that I'm talking about the Blazer Premium Indy Truck release. Before I bring the kicks out though, let's just quickly have a look at the trucks and the colorway of the trucks, because there's so much of the shoe that really takes inspiration from what you're seeing in front of you. So obviously on the trucks we've got a titanium arm, a titanium base plate, both really silvery when they're brand new, and they don't have wax on them. And there's a really faint speckled pattern on the arm of the truck. So something to bear in mind for when we pull the kicks up. The other feature of the Indy Trucks, standard Indy Trucks, is obviously the orange bushings. You won't find a set of standard Indy Trucks without the orange bushings, so it's a real key feature of what we're looking at. Then, of course, there's some other minor features of the trucks as well. Some really dark grey, the internal part, the inner part of the arms is obviously a really darker grey. So a big contrast to the silvery titanium shield that encases it. So with those key features of an Indy truck pointed out, let's take a look at the kicks themselves. And you can see what I mean by saying they're so fucking pimpin', because I don't think SB have released a colorway that is as bold as what you see in these shoes. Anyone's got any bolder colorways on an SB shoe? I'm definitely willing to hear them, because these ones to me are the boldest SB colorway that there ever was. So why the hell are they so bold? Well, obviously the trucks were a key inspiration here. When you look at the main part of the upper, you can see that really silvery titanium shining through on the leather. Now, one really unique feature about what they've done here is the actual pattern on the silver upper is reflective of the pattern on the titanium arm of the truck. So they've gone to that amount of detail to really hone in on the inspiration of the shoe. So that to me is really one of the key features here. It's not just a flat silver. It's a speckled silver in line with the speckled metallic titanium arm of the trucks. The other key feature here are the lace holes along the side of the kicks, and the Nike the suede pattern on the back of the shoe, with this piece of suede running down to the sole. Those obviously, that darker grey colourway that you see there is obviously reflecting the bolt, the encased bolt of the arm of the truck, which is, as I said before, a really darker grey. So the darker grey on top of the titanium silver really stands out. And of course, there's not that much of that darker grey on the truck themselves, which is why they've only accented the shoe with that darker grey in key parts of it. I love that detail. The other thing I love about this shoe that you obviously can't miss is the orange swoosh. Now, obviously, having seen the trucks at the start of this video, you can put two and two together and say that this had to be orange because of the fact that we've got an orange bushing in the standard Indy trucks. So really, the orange accents are obviously really highlighted, firstly, by the swoosh. But there's some other orange accents on this shoe that really make it stand out and just add to that really dope flavour that these shoes have. Obviously, the sole has got to be one thing that we got to focus on when we're talking about the orange accents, and the whole fucking thing is orange. So however many steps you take, you could be in the darkest of dark alleyways wearing these fucking shoes, and everyone's going to notice every step you take on account of those sick orange soles. The other orange accents here worth noting are the front of the midsole. So this is one of the really key details I love about these shoes. Is only the front of the midsole has got that orange accent on it. The rest is completely white, but it's just that really front part. So those that are seeing you walking towards them are seriously going to notice you. Who gives a fuck about what they think when you're walking away? What they want to see is what they're getting when you're walking up to them, and that's really, I reckon, why they only did the front part of that midsole in the orange accent. There's a couple of other splashes of orange in this shoe. I've already highlighted the Nike logo on the back there in the orange, really standing out against the darker grey colourway. Then, of course, you've got the SB logo on the front of the tongue there. Now, for those that think this should be an independent brand, there is in fact no independent branding on this shoe at all. And the reason for that is because this wasn't actually an official collaboration with Indy. It was simply a shoe inspired by the Indy truck. So nowhere on this shoe will you find an Indy brand, Indy branding. So without the ability to use the Indy branding, obviously the next best thing is the SB brand itself, and that is obviously in the orange accent on the dark grey background there. Taking a closer look at the tongue too of these kicks, you can see that the whole side of it, the front side of it, is also in that silver titanium inspired colorway. Again, just another one of those features of these kicks that really make it fucking pop when you're walking towards somebody. Fucking amazing. I love that. Looking on the inside of the shoe, there's not a hell of a lot to note in here. The other side of the tongue is all orange, so that's orange leather in there, what you're seeing. So again, contrasting to the titanium styled front of the tongue, silver tongue. On the inside of the shoe, though, there's not a hell of a lot to note. You can hopefully see in the shoe there, the insole is really just a pattern that's in line with standard paper used in the SB boxes. So nothing really of note inside, other than the fact that the inner liner or the inner sole is orange. One other feature worth noting about this shoe is the laces. Now I've run with the standard white laces on both of these. I kind of just liked to keep the orange to the accents that were already on the upper of the shoe already. But if you really want to go the whole hog, you could actually take the white laces off these kicks and put on the orange laces, which, as we know, all SBs come with a spare pair of laces, this being no exception. And for those that really want to pimp the orange, you can actually remove the white and use the orange. The orange laces are pretty much identical in colour to the swoosh on the side of the shoes, so no variation whatsoever in that. It really just depends how much you want to rock the orange on your shoes, I suppose. I've kind of elected to for once go the more conservative route and keep the white laces on them. So there you have it all, the Nike SB Blazer Premium Independent Truck release that came out in January 2008. I picked this pair up in January 2010. I'm not sure if you can still pick these up at Fly Club at all. As I said, they did fly under the radar for a lot of collectors there for a while. Maybe giving them a bit more airplay in this vid might smack up some greater interest. But to me, I love these kicks. I haven't actually worn them yet, believe it or not. But they're going to be rocked this year for sure. And I'm really looking forward to getting the right kit to match up with those. So I hope everyone enjoyed the review of what I think is a sick colorway of the Blazer SB, the independent truck Blazer. All right, all. Enjoy. Catch you next time. Bye.